Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa, and I'm a little bit worried, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm not exactly sure what is actually going on at Blizzcon. Now, when, alright, so, new hero, right? This is what everybody is expecting to see at BlizzCon. However, there has been no teaser. Like, nothing has been officially announced about any kind of new hero or anything which is going to lead us into a new hero. If we look at all the other heroes that have been launched, they all had little bits of teasers. Obviously, Sombra had like a 6-month teaser, but all the other heroes have had teasers leading up to their launch, right? Where is this next hero's teaser? Now, the reason why I am very worried is if we go back to this IGN interview, which I actually covered a while ago on the channel. This came out on the 15th of September, and there is a quote from this where Jeff straight up says, Hero 26, yeah, it's amazing, it's very playable, it's very fun internally, and that's all I'm going to say, but it's not coming out as soon as you think. In fact, let's just cut to Jeff right now.
Hero 26 is very playable and very fun internally, and that's all I'll say. And it's not coming out as soon as you think, so everybody don't think that's a teaser, but Hero 26 is already amazing.
So very interesting stuff. Now, I expected something to happen this week, right? Because next week we're in BlizzCon, right? So if we look at the date right now, right today, what the hell is the date? It is the 26th, right? It's Thursday the 26th of October. Now, on the 31st, this is when we're going to see the end of the Halloween event. However, that is 2 days before the start of BlizzCon, effectively. So the 31st is Tuesday next week, and we know for a fact that most updates or major things happen on Overwatch on a Tuesday. So could that mean we see the end of the Halloween event and then we get like a 2-day teaser and then suddenly they show us the hero? I don't think that's going to happen, because, and if it does happen, I think that is extremely short-sighted, because a lot of the hero launch stuff, you build up the hype, right, over the, I don't know, the weeks leading up to it. You don't just suddenly go, well, there's a hero, right? Which is a bit weird, right? So if they are going to do that, that's very strange. But going back to what Jeff said, you know, Hero 26 is very playable and very fun internally, but you know, it's not going to come out as soon as you think. It's a very weird thing to say, because, right, I'm worried for Overwatch, and I know a lot of people are worried for Overwatch right now. There's a ton of posts all over the place where you see people moaning about various aspects of the game. It doesn't matter, like, whether you think Mercy's OP, whether you think, well, you know, whatever. None of that matters, right? I think the problem is they seem to be neglecting, or at least it feels like that, the actual game, and they seem to be working on stuff around the game more so than like connecting with the actual players of the game. Because, like, I've asked this question before, and I'm going to straight up ask it again. How often are you playing Overwatch competitive? I'll be honest, I'm not playing it that often. I play Junkertown. No, not Junkertown. Junkenstein's Revenge. I hardly play Junkertown because I never see it in competitive. But Junkenstein's Revenge, I play that quite a lot because it's fun. And that's kind of like the problem, right? It almost feels like there's a ton of issues with the game that kind of need to be addressed before we start doing other stuff. You get what I'm saying? Now, obviously, the big elephant in the room is Overwatch League. Now, on the PTR at the moment, there is a bunch of spectator upgrades to the game. Now, there's a lot of feedback, obviously, being thrown around about this, like people going, well, this is great, you know, but if people are not actually playing the game, they're not really going to be that interested in watching the competitive scene. So it's almost like you jump in the gun. It's like, yes, let's work on the spectator system, but actually, let's not fix all of the issues people seem to be having with competitive, or at least let's not look at, you know, attempt to address them. Now, bit of a disclaimer here, like, Blizzard have actually tried to fix competitive. When we look at Season 6, there was this big push at the start of the season where it was like, oh yeah, we're going to fix the toxicity, which actually that video was just like, guys, can you be nice to each other, which is weird. And also it was like, oh, and by the way, we're having to waste time on this, so we're not going to make stuff, you know, that's going to be fun for you guys, which is a weird thing to say, because it's like, hang on a minute, you should be making systems that sort of, you know, stop this behavior in the game. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, hero launch, because that's what this video is about. We need a hero. Like, we absolutely need a hero. Like, I don't think anybody would disagree with me right now if they said, if I said this, we need an absolute new main healer hero. I don't care if it's like an evil Talon hero. I don't even care what it is, right? I think at this point, I don't even care if it's just like, oh, it's at BlizzCon, there you go. But all the signs are very worrying. It's almost if BlizzCon is going to be Overwatch League, World Cup, Spectator Tool, and then what? Like, if they don't do a hero launch, what are they going to do then? Are they going to say, actually, we're totally redesigning the way the game works? Would they do that? I mean, we're going into Overwatch League, you know, and we obviously see they're putting a lot into that. So would they radically change the way the competitive system works? Because that will obviously have a knock-on effect. And when I say radically change, I just mean, you know, role selection. Although we've done this to death, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm not going to go over it again. But, like, I don't mean like a pure role select, like the guild idea I came up with a couple of weeks ago. Well, it's probably a couple of days ago now. Everything feels like a couple of weeks ago. But the guild system video I made, whenever the hell I made it, that I think is a much better way of facilitating that. But if that'll happen, who knows? You know, it's like, who knows? I am worried, guys, for the game. I think, you know, BlizzCon needs to have major releases, and hopefully we do get a hero. But it is all very like, what the hell is this hero? Who could it be? There are multiple names we've got. We've got Hammond, right? Okay, Hammond the chimp from the lunar base that we don't really know much about, but we know he was up there, but we don't know where he is now. You know, there's various other like minor characters we can throw out there, like Maximilian, the evil Omnic that works for Talon, that's part of the Talon controlling council. It's like all of these things, you can throw their names around, but it's like they don't have any sort of, there's no build up to them, you know? Like when I look at the Orisa launch, which I don't think Orisa is particularly a super interesting hero to have in the game. Its backstory is not that great, but even the way that was introduced was there was a build up to it. There was stories, you know, there was something they were trying to build around it, and then bang, then we get Orisa. Obviously, we got the Doomfist stuff as well, where Doomfist was smashing up the airport, which again was linked to Orisa, and that kind of story has just finished. And it's like, well, where are we going, guys, from this? Like, we got a map launch, which, you know, is okay. Maps are always good to have more maps in the game, but just given the nature of the way like competitive works, if you play that a lot, you very rarely see the map. So I don't know, maybe we're in for a massive surprise, guys, at BlizzCon, and I don't know, maybe we're not. Maybe I'm just expecting too much from the game, but I don't know. Like, you look at this game and you think, you know, it's a big game, you know. Anyway, guys, whatever. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Are you worried that it looks like if we will get a new hero, there's going to be no lead up to this hero? There's no sort of hype in the community. It's just like, oh, new hero. Or do you think we're not actually going to get a hero? I mean, Jeff did say clearly in that interview, Hero 26 is not coming when we expect it to come. And at that time of the interview, that was September. That means October, November. That's 2 months on. That means hero launch, because we've just had a map launch. So usually you get, and we're actually in an event, right? So we've had a map launch, an event, a hero surely next. Guys, I've been Solo, so this is Unit Lost. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. I can't wait to read the comments. In fact, the comments recently on the videos have been absolutely beautiful, especially on the one where I asked for feedback. Awesome comments on that video, guys. All right, guys, you can follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming, and you can join the Discord, which is discord.gg/UnitLost, and I will catch you on the next one, guys. Toodaloo.